Hey guys, it's Mr. C, and in this video we're going to be looking at some linear equations with context, which just basically means that you have linear equations but they are word problems. And so the first one says, at a school play, children's tickets cost $3 each and adult tickets cost $7 each. The total amount of money earned from ticket sales equals $210. How many children's tickets were sold if 24 adult tickets were sold? So we can do it like this. We can let C be the children's tickets and the number of them that were sold, and A be the number of adult tickets sold. And so if the children's tickets were $3 each and there were C of them sold, then 3C would be the total amount of money that you got from all the children's tickets. If you add that to 7A, which is all the money you get from the adult tickets, it equals the $210 that they're saying was collected all together. And they're saying that how many children's tickets were sold if 24 adult tickets were sold. And so if we have 24 adult tickets sold, then we need to plug in a 24 for the A right there, because that's what A equals. So we know that, but we don't know what C is. So now we have 3C plus, and then we have 7 times 24, which is 168, equals 210. So probably what we need to do is subtract 168 on both sides. It's just a two-step equation. Those cancel. Bring down my 3C equals, and 210 minus 168 should be 42. And so then we just divide by 3. And so then C is going to be equal to 14, because 42 divided by 3 is 14. And so now we know that there were 14 children's tickets that were sold. And we'll box in our answer, and we are done with that one. All right, this one says, Lynn is tracking the progress of her plant's growth. Today the plant is 5 centimeters high. The plant grows 1.5 centimeters per day. What will the height of the plant be after 20 days? So the plant's already 5 centimeters high. Then every day plus, she gets another 1.5 centimeters per day, and per is a rate. So that's gonna be 1.5, and then let's use D to stand for the number of days. And we wanna know when the height will be, what the height will be after 20 days. And so we don't know what the height is, but all of this gives us the height of the plant. So we do know that we have 20 days that we're talking about. And so this time, that means we need to plug in a 20 for that D right there, and then we're going to solve, and we're going to get H. So 5 plus 1.5 times 20 is equal to H. So 1.5 times 20 would be 30. So 5 plus 30 is equal to H. And so then after 20 days, 30 plus 5 is 35. We're going to get a height of 35 centimeters. All right, next example. Paul opens a savings account with $350. He saves $150 per month. Assume that he does not withdraw money or make any additional deposits. After how many months will Paul have more than $2,000? All right, so let's see what it's going to take to get up to $2,000 first. So he's going to save $350 per month. So $350 plus, he has $350 to begin with. He saves $150 per month. So $150, and let's let M be the number of months. And we want to know when that equals 2,000. We could write this as an inequality, but all we need is that first month that he's going to hit 2,000. So it's a two-step equation. We subtract 350 on both sides. Minus 350. And so 2,000 take away 350 would be 1,650. So 150M is equal to 1,650. All right, now we need to divide by 150. And so the number of months would be equal to 1,650 divided by 150 should be 11. And it's going to take him 11 months. If that turned out to be a decimal, then you'd probably want to round up to the next number of months, because that's how many it would take to get over the 2,000. This time, it came out to be a nice integer, and so we're going to keep that integer right there, and we don't have to round it all. All right, the population of Bay Village is 35,000 today. Every year, the population of Bay Village increases by 750 people. In approximately how many years will the population exceed 50,000 people? So let's set that up. So we have 35,000, and it's going to increase by 750 people every year. And so I'm gonna let T stand for the number of years. Generally, T is time. In this case, it's in years. And I want that to be equal to 50,000, just to see what's gonna happen when I hit 50,000. So we're gonna subtract 35,000 on both sides. Minus 35,000. Bring down my 750T is equal to 50,000 minus 35,000 is 15,000. And we're going to divide by 750. Divide by 750. And so if we divide 15,000 by 750, we see that that's going to be 20. And it's going to take 20 years to get up to 50,000. Box that in. And that's our final answer. Okay, this time we have Connor has $25,000 in his bank account. Every month he spends $1,500. He does not add money to the account. How much money will Connor have in his account after 8 months? So we've got $25,000 in there, but he spends $1,500 every month. So I have to take that away, 1,500 M, and I want to know how much he's going to have left after 8 months. So I'm going to set that equal to the amount of money that's in his bank. So I don't want to use M. I'm going to use capital T for total. So after 8 months means I need to plug in an 8 to that M right there, and then calculate how much is going to be left. So 25,000 minus 1,500 times 8 is equal to the total amount of money in his bank. All right, so I've got 25,000, and then I need to calculate 1,500 times 8. So 1,500 times 8 would be 12,000 is equal to T. And so if I take 25,000 and take away 12,000, I'm going to get 13,000. And so after 8 months, he's got $13,000 left in there. Box that in. And then there you go. All right, this one says a cell phone plan costs $30 per month for unlimited calling plus 15 cents per text message. If you send 200 text messages in 1 month, how much would you pay according to this cell phone plan? So $30 per month plus, it's going to be 15 cents, 0.15 per text message. And I'll let T stand for the number of text messages. And all of this would be my total cost of the cell phone plan. So now it's saying I send 200 text messages. So in this case, I need to take 200 and plug it in for that T right there, and then figure out how much the cost is going to be. So I've got 30 plus 0.15 times 200 is equal to C. And so now I have to figure out what 0.15 times 200 is, and that's going to be 30. So 30 plus 30 equals C. So it looks like I'm going to have $60 for the cost of that cell phone plan if I send 200 text messages. So we'll box that in. And that's our final answer for that one. All right, this time we have Ben walks at a rate of 3 miles per hour. He runs at a rate of 6 miles per hour. In 1 week, the combined distance that he walks and runs is 210 miles. Ben walks for 25 hours. For how many hours does he run? Okay, so Ben walks at a rate of 3 miles per hour. So 3W, W is walk, the number of miles he's walking. This would be the total amount of miles he's walking, right? Or the total number of hours that he's walking. He runs at a rate of 6 miles per hour. So let's say that that's going to be 6R. And that would be the total amount of of hours that he's running. And so it says, I want that to be the distance. So now I need to figure out something here, and it says Ben walks for 25 hours. And so that's telling me to put a 25 in for that W right there. Okay, so let's see what we got. 3 times 25 plus 6R is equal to distance altogether. And so now I've got 75 plus 6R is equal to the distance. And I've got a two-step equation I've got to solve for D. Or actually, I'm sorry, for R. And it says, let's see, he runs 210 miles. So I have two variables here. I didn't plug in the 210 yet for D, so let me do that. So 75 plus 6R is equal to 210. I couldn't really solve it right here for anything because I've got these two variables sitting here and I just need one to solve for, and now I have 1. Okay, so now let me bring that over here. I have 75 plus 6R is equal to 210. All right, so we got a two-step equation. Subtract 75. Like that. And so now we've got 210 minus 75. So I'm going to bring down my 6R is equal to 135. And now we're going to divide by 6. And so if we take 135 divided by 6 and we actually divide it, we're going to get 22.5. And so R is going to be 22.5, and that's how many hours that he's going to run. A salesperson receives a base salary of $35,000 and a commission of 10% of the total sales for the year. If the salesperson sells $250,000 worth of merchandise, what is her total income for the year? All right, so you get $35,000 right from the beginning. And then we have to add something to that. And so you get 10% of all the sales. So that's 0.1 is 10%. And let's call the number of sales S. And that's going to be equal to her total income. So now it's saying that she's going to sell $250,000 worth of merchandise. So that is going to be her total sales. So we're going to need to plug 250,000 in for that S right there, and then calculate. So now we're at 35,000 plus 0.1 times 250,000 is equal to the total. All right, so we need 0.1 times 250,000. That just means we move the decimal place over one place. So 35,000 plus 25,000 is the total, and then 35,000 plus 25,000 would be 60,000. And that's how much the total amount of income that person's going to have for the year. Word problems can be tricky because you have to know where to plug numbers into and how to set up the equation. And so if you need to watch this video a couple times, that's not uncommon, that's fine to do. All right, here we have Avery has X books that weigh 2 pounds each and Y books that weigh 3 pounds each. The total weight of his books is 60 pounds. If Avery has 10 3-pound books, how many 2-pound books does he have? All right, so 2 pounds each for X books would be 2X, plus Y books that are 3 pounds each would be 3Y, equals, and the total weight is 60 pounds this time. It's saying he's got 10 3-pound books, and so that's Y. And so we're gonna have to plug a 10 in right there for that Y. Okay, so we're gonna get 2X plus 3 times 10 equals 60. So 2X plus 30 equals 60. And so now we have a two-step equation. And so we're going to subtract 30, cancel those out, bring down my 2X. 60 minus 30 is 30. And so now if you divide by 2, we get x is equal to 30 divided by 2 is 15. And so he's got 15 of those books. And that's it for that. Last example, Max sells lemonade for $2 per cup and candy for $1.50 per bar. He earns $425 selling lemonade and candy. If Max sold 90 candy bars, how many cups of lemonade did he sell? All right, so $2 per cup. So let's say 2C. And then we got, well, actually we got candy too. So I don't know if I can use the same variable twice. That's both C. Let's say L for lemonade. So $2 per cup of lemonade. That looks better. Plus $1.50. I'm gonna just say 1.5. And let's let C be the candy bars, is equal to the total, which he says $425, which is kind of a lot. Max sold 90 candy bars. Okay, so we're gonna need to stick a 90 in for that C right there. And let's see what we got here. 2L plus, and then 1.5 times 90 is equal to 425. All right, so 2L plus, and then that's gonna be 135 is equal to 425. Again, we get the two-step equation, which is pretty common. Subtract 135. Cancel those out. 2L is equal to, and that's going to be 290. Divide by 2. And the number of cups of lemonade is going to be 145, which is a lot, but apparently Max did it. So that's it for that one. All right, guys, so this concludes the linear equations, the word problems with context. Remember to like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.